This is Trauma Recovery Anonymous. My name is Richard, and I am your host. Understand, depression finds life in your past. When you think about the past, you are triggering depression and despair. That's where it lives and thrives. So the goal is not to think about what happened in the past. Now, if this event in the past rules and defines you, then you've got to break free of that memory. And there's only one solution that allows you to do this, and that is Trauma Recovery Anonymous. Understand, we exist only in these 24 hours here and now. We can't change any part of our past. 5 minutes ago, you weren't listening to my voice. You were a different person. Today, you're listening to my voice in these 5 minutes, and you're changed by hearing this message. You'll never be the same again. If you stay for the whole of this podcast, you'll be a different person to the person you were before the podcast started. This podcast will last for no more than 15 minutes. But in 15 minutes, your whole life will be turned upside down. You'll never go back to the person you were because you know these truths, and these are the truths that set you free. Depression is the what's the word? What's that famous word? Depression is the product of our past. When we focus on our past, we are creating depression in our lives. Nobody is doing it to us. We are doing it to ourselves. This is the very sad truth. If we focus all our attention on the past, we're ignoring the present. And all that can come from the past are either great successes we had in the past or horrible failures. And if we're focusing on the horrible failures, we're going to get very depressed. Now, if you're focusing on the great things you achieved in your past, you might be happy, joyous, and free. But most people, when they look backwards, they look back at the pains and hurts of the past. It's a natural tendency to look at all the failings and what we did wrong and what happened to us, and we go to that dark place of depression and despair over what happened in the past. And because all our attention is focused on the past, we have no attention left for the present. So we end up neglecting those in the present. Our families, our loved ones, our jobs, our interests, our hobbies, they all fall to one side because we're putting all our attention into the past, the mistake we all make. But if you can take that attention that you're giving in the past and focus it all in the present, your life will be transformed. But to do that, you've got to find a way to stop looking backwards. And there's only one way to do this. You embrace the program Trauma Recovery Anonymous. It's a 2-part program. The first part is to understand that you exist only in these 24 hours today. And right now, I exist in this hour from 11 a.m. until 12 noon. There's no guarantee I'm going to be alive at 12:01, and I can't go back to 10:59. I'm in this 1 hour here and now. And in this 1 hour, there's no past and there's no future. I'm halfway between the past and halfway between the future, in the safest place I can be, staying in this present. So what can I do in my life to stay remained in this present? Well, right now I'm focusing on my podcast, speaking slowly and clearly, carrying a message of hope, and that's what I'm doing here. And then in the next hour, I can maybe clean up my bedroom, clean up my room, clean up my office, have a shower, brush my teeth. They're all things I can do to stay present in the moment. But if there's a nagging in my mind of the past, I've got to deal with that. There's a couple of things to understand. We have 2 sets of voices in our bodies. The first are the voices of the mind, the ego, the conscious mind of this fallen world. It's their job to keep you in conflict with yourself, with your family and friends, the world about you, and to stop you from ever forming a personal, intimate relationship with God. They're the voices that tell you you're no good, or you have depression, or despair, or PTSD, there's no hope for you, you'll never have a partner, you'll never get a job. They're the voices that try to undermine you. It's their job to keep you broken, to keep you as a victim, broken and disheveled. But then there's the voices of God, your God-given instincts, your gut feelings, and they're the voices that build you up, that build up your spirit, that offer you hope and joy and purpose and love and empathy and kindness and fellowship and friendship. And they're the ones that call out to you to take a chance and ask someone for help. Even if it's to go onto a social media platform and post a question saying, I need help. To actually have the courage to do that. That's what the God-given instincts are. The God-given instincts lie in your soul, deep within you. They're your gut feeling, that feeling you get when you want to trust your anxiety. The voice in your head, the one screaming in your ear right now saying, don't listen to this fool. He's talking rubbish. Turn off your PC. They're the voices of the ego. They're trying to stop you from healing. And you need to do is say, voices in my head, feck off. I know you mean well. I know you've tried to look after me all these years. But right now, I'm listening to what Richard has to say. So feck off, leave the building. And then call out and say, God, send a host of angels down to take these voices from me and give me peace of mind for the next 15 minutes so I can hear this podcast. And if you make that declaration, suddenly you find the voice in your mind will go quiet and you'll gain peace of mind. And you'll know in that moment, you've just performed a miracle on you by gaining peace of mind for 15 minutes. It's that simple. It's that easy. But now in this moment, understand that's the job you have for the rest of your life, is never allow the voices in your mind to entice you to go backwards. You're never going backwards again, and you're not going to jump into the future, the anxiety of the unknown future. Your focus is who and what you are exactly here and now today. And today you decided for the next 15 minutes, the voices can feck off. I'm listening to what Rich is telling me. And then after that, I'll take some form of action. Whatever he suggested, I'll try that. And so the Trauma Recovery Anonymous is a simple program. In the first session, it's called Healing Any Trauma Memory, and they're both available on the Amazon platform. You give the details and the baggage of the past trauma memory back to your inner child. There's a reason we call your younger self your inner child. It's to let you know they're two different people. The person you are today is not the inner child. The inner child is a different person completely. When you can see the truth of this, it will set you free, because then you realize what happened in my past happened to my inner child. I need to give it back to him. He's the only one who can process it. He suffered it, he endured it, he survived it, and he overcame it. I know he overcame it because I'm alive today. If he had succumbed to the trauma and killed himself, I wouldn't be in existence. The fact that I have life today means he overcame that trauma. So I have to give the details back to him because it's not mine to suffer today. And so whatever it is in the past that's causing you to feel depressed over what happened in the past, you give those details and the baggage back to your inner child. Imagine for one moment you're sitting down facing your inner child. Now, whether you're 20 years of age looking at a 13-year-old child, or you're 70 years of age looking at an 18-year-old version of you, see that younger version of you saying to you, Richard, what the hell are you doing? I've been trying to get your attention for the last X number of years. I want to cross over into the light where it's safe for me, but I can't go until I have all my baggage. Please give me back my baggage. It wasn't yours to suffer. I defeated this already, and you're giving life to it in the present. What you're doing is you're taking me hostage against my wishes. You have become part of my trauma. I need you to stop suffering depression from me, because I never asked you to suffer depression from me. I need you to just move on with your life in the present and give me back my crap. If you can picture this conversation, understand you have a duty to your inner child to let them go. And so you embrace this program, Trauma Recovery Anonymous, and the healing event, and you give the details and the baggage of the past event back to that younger aspect of you, whatever age that younger aspect of you was. For me, it was a 12-year-old child called Richie. I'm a 65-year-old man called Richard today. Maybe you're a veteran and you're in your 60s or 70s. Looking back at the younger version of you who enlisted at the age of 18, they're the victim, you're the survivor. Maybe you survived a narcissistic relationship and you're in your 50s today, and you're looking back at that young 24-year-old version of you who married for love, not knowing they were marrying a hostage taker, and so on. 9/11. You're here today, and almost 40 years ago there was a 9/11, but you're here today at the age of 60. There's a 20-year-old version of you who suffered that 9/11, not you. You carry the memory of it, and you have to let go of the details and the baggage because they're not yours to carry, and so on. Whatever trauma happened in the past happened to your inner child. This is the clue. It didn't happen to you. It happened to your inner child. It's none of your business. Your business is this 1 hour you're in right now. Everything before this 1 hour is no longer your business, and there's no guarantee you're going to be awake or alive at 12:01. Your time is here and now, and this is where you need to focus. So you give the details back to your inner child. You feel the release in your body mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. They take the sympathy pains off you, and they take your depression from you. And then in this next moment, your depression is gone. The sympathy pains are gone. You feel a weight off your shoulders, a weight off your chest. You can breathe again. You can move your neck from side to side. You feel completely free. And then you embrace the 12-step program of Trauma Recovery Anonymous. It's about cause and effect. The cause is what happened to your inner child. The effect is how it manifests with depression in your life. But the depression no longer has any reason to be in your life, so you're going to use this 12-step program to undo that learned behavior of depression. Not to behave in that way anymore. And the first step is, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim of what happened in the past. I'm not a victim of what's happening in my present. If someone's bullying me today, they're bullying me because that's what they're doing to feel fulfilled. It's not about me. There's no target on my back. If I didn't turn up at work today or for next week, they'd bully somebody else. It's not about me. It was never all about me. This, what you learn to understand, is that nothing of the past, nothing of the future is yours to own. Your ownership is for this 1 hour only, here and now. So after this podcast is finished in a few minutes, what can you do in this 1 hour? Well, you can tidy up your bedroom. You can do your homework. You can do chores around the house. You can go down to your mommy or daddy and say, please, would you teach me how to bake food or how to change something, change a tire on a bike or something, or go for a walk or something? Let them be a part of your life. Do something constructive in this hour. And at the end of it, you'll feel like God. You'll feel so wonderful that you've actually been a part of life in the present moment. And then you're in the hour from 12 to 1. And then you're in the hour from 1 to 2. And live 1 hour a day. In recovery, they talk about living 1 day at a time. Let's live 1 hour at a time. What can you do in this 1 hour that will give you a sense of peace in this moment, where you've given the depression back to your inner child and they've taken it from you? So now you have no reason to be depressed because everything in your past you've given back to your inner child. There may be more than one inner child you have to work with, but you've given the past back to its rightful owner, and the future may never happen. You have this 1 hour here and now. I've been ignoring my mammy downstairs, not letting her be my mammy for me. So I'm going down to her and ask her to, can I bake bread with her? Can I wash or iron with her? Can I help her with her chores? And give her a feeling of not having lost touch with her child. Same with your dad, same with your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your siblings. Try and be a part of their lives. They'll bless you for it, they'll be grateful for it, and you'll be giving them a gift. And then that hour's up and you go into the next hour from 12 to 1 and then from 1 to 2 and live 1 hour at a time. In time, as you get better at this, you can start living 1 day at a time. But for now, focus on 1 hour at a time. What can you do right now? So this program is called Trauma Recovery Anonymous. You buy both books on the Amazon platform. And once you've read the 2 books, send me an email at appointments@traumarecoveryanonymous.com and I will take you to the healing event. I do charge for the healing event. It's €60. You may have to get a loan from a bank or from your parents to pay for this. But I take you to this healing event, and in 2 hours, you've given the details and the baggage of the past and your depression back to your inner child. And it's gone from your psyche. And then the next hour, I take you to the 12-step program to teach you how to live 1 day at a time without ever being a victim again. It's a very simple program. If you don't want to come on your own, I can treat more than one person at a time. What I do is I use one mantra for everybody. So I can work with up to 100 people at a time. You can simply say, up until this morning, I've been carrying the details and baggage of my inner child, and then you name your inner child. For me, it's 12-year-old Richie. For you, it might be 14-year-old Johnny or something. And I carry sympathy pains for them as a show of support and solidarity for the loss of innocence they experience. And that's the mantra we all use. We're not talking about your trauma. We're not triggering you. I don't need to know your story. You don't need me to know your story. All you want is a solution. You're the best therapist for you. You know your story inside out. I could never imagine or feel your story the way you do. So I don't want to know your story. And you don't want me to know your story. You're going to use this mantra. You're going to use it for your inner child. You're going to give that back to your inner child. And then 2 hours later, you're going to be completely free of it. And then I'll take you through the 12 steps of learning how to have a design for living where you live 1 hour at a time. And then in time, you may live 3 hours at a time, or do the morning first and the afternoon next and the evening. And eventually you're able to live 1 day at a time. You're the only person who can heal you. I can show you how, but it has to be all you. There's no therapy out there. There's no pill. There's no medication. There's no drug, no alcohol. There's nothing out there that can fix you. It's an inside job. You have to change your attitude, your outlook, and your perspective with honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Honesty to accept that what you're doing right now isn't working. Open-minded to the idea that maybe there is a different solution. Maybe there is a way you can claim a miracle. And willing to try. And that's what you need to do from this moment forward. Depression is not yours to suffer. It never was yours because it's about what happened to somebody else in your past. It's not happening to the person you are today. So you have to find a way of giving this depression and the details of the past back to its rightful owner. Thank you very much.